Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. It is sizzling beautifully here, and of course, as always, it is overlooked by the grand murals of the great man who lends this venue his name. We are always here in the presence of true magnificence. And already we're underway here. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about him.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, nice, just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Pelé. Shot could be on. It's Silva! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this is Pelé. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? So a big chance now from 12 yards. This to go one up. That is some save from Khan. Golden opportunity wasted.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Pelé, looking for the run. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Batistuta! Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now the breakaway, and it's Silva. And no, that was never going to make it. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. First quarter of an hour gone. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Chiellini. Corinthians trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Lovely bit of skill. Well, that is one way to stop him. Produces big header! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Corinthians! Corinthians take the lead! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Corinthians are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Played out to the right.
This is the time you need that pace. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Now it's Pelé. And this is Kante. Rafa Silva. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Olise. Olise takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That has been cut short. And the pass is intercepted. Dani Olmo. Now it's Batistuta. Conte. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Distributed tidily. Puskás. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And it's Silva. And this is Kante. Hoisted in. Well read, nice interception. Conte. Tries to pass it through. No, it's come to nothing. Chiellini.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Can he get it through? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Pelé. That has ended up in no man's land. And the whistle goes for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area. Substitution on the field. Number 14, Rafa Silva.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it's White. White. Conte. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's through here. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Olise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Pelé. Serginho. He's picked his way through. And this is Pelé. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Olise going face to face with his great rival. Rijkaard.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Corinthians are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Conte. Pele. Rijkaard. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pele. Pele. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they can counter here. Olise. And it's Davids. Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. And here's Batistuta. Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Serginho. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pele. And it's Rijkaard. No way through there. Olise. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, that's a key interception. Conte. Chance here to counter. Pele. Oh, that's delightful. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Puskás. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Played out to the left flank. Dani Olmo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
Serginho picks it up out wide.
Substitution on the field.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Pele. Number 17, Messi. Number 9, Cannavaro.
Aimed beyond the defence. This looks promising. And he's got the beating of his man. Shot a goal! Really well taken goal. Late drama, late goal. This will be one frantic ending. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the... Collar! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Gaziantep really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And time is up. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
Gullit. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Cruyff. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Collar. And he was quick to react. Cruyff. Now it's Torres. And it's Neymar. Great vision. No way through, so back it comes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Conte. That's a good run down the left. Danielson. He is through here. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So this the chance to fire his team in front. And he's buried it! 1-0. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, any penalty that finds the net is a good penalty, even if that didn't convince.
After 12 minutes is...
I doubt very much that this was in the script. No, that's been intercepted. Chouameni, some really good ball movement. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. And it's Neymar. And here's Torres. Collar. Oh, nicely intercepted. Son Heung-min. And he's intervened well there. Danielson is always looking to play quality balls. Zanetti. Saliba. And it's Maldini. Baresi. And Zanetti. Gullit, given the lift of his goal. Rijkaard. Collar. Cannavaro producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gullit. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Rijkaard. And it's Gullit. It's a promising position. Gullit. Fired deep towards the back post. And now they can clear their lines.
Kohler really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Danielson. Now Cruyff. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example. Gaziantep really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And he goes cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Zanetti. Rijkaard. Collier. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's Maldini. Saliba. And he's forced to go back. Baresi. Cruyff did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Rijkaard. Howson makes the interception.
There will be
And it's
1 minute
Neymar.
added time.
Zanetti does well to get it back. Saliba is one of those players who's... Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, every now and again we get a bit lucky, Peter, don't we? And this is an absolute treat. A tremendous spectacle for the neutrals, but a bit of a nightmare for the fans and two managers.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
So off we go once more. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Tries a shot! It's an inviting looking ball, that. Chouameni. Cruyff. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Cruyff cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Gullit carries the ball down the right. That has not gone well. Chouameni. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, good spread. And the return pass. And that could set him on his way. Vitinha. Now it's Son Heung-min. Cruyff. And the shot's on here. They've got a corner here. The Netherlands with the corner, they're first. Oh, well played, well played. It's a good look. Big header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Zanetti, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Not the most accurate pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
No, he is not giving anything away. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Son Heung-min tries to thread one through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now, who's going to be first to this?
The Netherlands really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Substitution on the field. Number 27, number 9, De Nielsen. Number 2, Conte.
Chouameni,
Number 7,
now
Gullit.
Mbappe.
Coming on the field.
Stojkovic
number 10,
was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's
Number 24,
fruitless.
Serginho. Number 13, Tonali. Number 21, Pele.
Can he get on the
Substitution.
end of this? Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Maldini. Oh, can he get onto this? Harrison kept his eye on it, and he's there. Into the last quarter of an hour. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Should have equalised.
Mbappe was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Substitution on the field. Number
It's
20,
their second corner of the game.
Colin. Coming on the field is number 17, Messi.
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Saliba. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. He's picked his way through. A heavy challenge. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Batistuta in the hunt and looking threatening. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Picked out brilliantly. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Serginho. I think we're just about done here.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there.
Stojkovic did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
Now it's Pele, looking to play him in. The ball goes in, he's got full! It's there! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Taken back almost at once.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Serginho. Oh, that's fabulous. Very nicely done. Pele. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Pele. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they can counter here. Rummenigge running with the ball. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Rummenigge gets into a good position. He's found a way through. Cross from Rummenigge. And that should get the job done. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is so good. Such sharp skills. And such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Conte.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Collier. Lam. Vieira. Chance here to counter. He's shifting through the gears here. And that interception was... He's having a hit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
There's the header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Kohler actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Rijkaard. Pinches it off him. And the counter is on. Cristiano Ronaldo. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Koller is onto it in a flash. Oh, super ball. Shoots! And that is doing no harm at all.
Gaziantep certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Collier looking for the run. That pass isn't the best. And they're back on the ball again. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, this looks sharp. Danielson going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Serves up across. Long ball looking to counter. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Great chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Maldini attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a cute ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now he's got space here. Thuram cuts out the pass. Good ball, good take. Little pass back. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Danielson, he's on it. Can he get away? Terrific header. It's in. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And another try! Big moment! Massive goal! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Frosinone get themselves into the lead. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely aimed pass. Messi.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Danielson receives it in a good position here. Conte. Oh, what a climb! Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now they're...
And the first half is done. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che è possibile consumare alcolici solo nelle apposite aree. Grazie.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Has a look and plays it forward. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now then, the ball's come loose. Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hullet. He's picked his way through. Danielson. Great vision. Always onto this. And this is Pele. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Pele. That's tidy. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Del Piero. Now, can they get him away? Del Piero. He is through here. Saliba produces the perfect tackle there. And now the breakaway. That is good alertness. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he get it through? Danielson in acres of space out wide. He gets big! It's there! And the comeback is complete! Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Hullet. Rijkaard. That's an imaginative pass. He's in plenty of space here. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Pelé. Aims beyond the defence. Big header! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Numero 10.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Il numero 21.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's got away. There's the... He's got tall. And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Probing pass. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Zanetti picks it up from the goal kick. Can he get on the end of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Goes for a shot! Sticks it away! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So is this the start of a comeback? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Baresi gets over and intercepts. Well, that's well spotted. It's in the team's attack. Cruyff puts his foot on the gas. Messi Messi receives it in a wide position. And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Frosinone have their second corner now. And that's that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.